Good afternoon. So we made it to the Hurricane Ridge entrance station at Olympic National Park. So I didn't know if I was gonna make it today. I looked at the, I called their number this morning at 8 o'clock and they said they didn't know when the road would open yet. They said call back at 9. So finally at 9 I went back home because I went and got diesel and I was gonna just drive, but then I'm like, nah, I don't want to just drive after going to Mount Rainier and the road being closed. So at 9 o'clock I called again and they said the road will open at 9:30. So then my only concern was, will there be parking at the top, since I'm not going to get there till 11 o'clock now. And luckily there's plenty of parking at the top. So at some point they recommend chains for regular cars, but if you have four-wheel drive you're fine. So should be awesome. So the ranger at the entrance station said Fridays are good days to come in the winter. They're only open Friday to Sunday in the winter, but yeah, coming on the weekends it's packed and you got to get here super early. So I think we will just plan on only coming here on Fridays. So I'm gonna film the entire drive up so you can see what it looks like. It should be really neat. So the only thing open at the top is the restrooms and the information booth. The concessions are closed, the warming area is closed because of COVID. So basically it says you have to use your car to warm up, which is fine. So my goal is to at least snowshoe the length of the road that they don't plow. And depending on the conditions, I might go farther. Alright, I went ahead and put the four-wheel drive auto on. It's 39 degrees, but there might be slick spots. And I will be quiet and we can all enjoy the ride. I'm gonna have to see if find some classical music on Sirius. I don't think that would be copyrighted, protected by YouTube because it's so old. But I'll have to find out. It might be interesting and fun. Or maybe the silence is better. So since I came here today, our plan, hopefully, is to go snowshoe somewhere else now over the weekend. We're even considering going out to the ocean one day. It's supposed to be sunny. That would be kind of fun. But we'll see what happens. There's still a lot of stuff to do close to our house, surprisingly. So I think I read there's, oh gosh, maybe 7 to 8 feet of snow at the top here. Versus Mount Rainier Paradise has 10 or 11 feet. 7 or 8 feet though, that's a lot. It should be pretty impressive. Still 38 degrees. So at Mount Rainier, I was talking to the ranger on their informational phone line, and she said they do not use de-icer in that national park. So I wonder if this is the same. It's kind of nice because you don't have to worry about washing it off the bottom of your vehicle so it doesn't rust. I forgot about these 3 tunnels. So it should be hopefully partly sunny for maybe a couple hours at least, and then this afternoon I think it's supposed to get cloudier as the next front comes in, then some light precip overnight maybe. Mount Rainier would have been fun to go to today. They were supposed to get 3 to 6 inches of snow during the day. They just couldn't tell me though if the road was going to open for sure, because the avalanche danger there is still moderate, and I didn't want to risk going there again. I think the latest info I had when I left was they were planning on opening it at 10 a.m. but the lady said it's a lot of factors that determine it, like incoming fronts, how much snow they've had, avalanche danger. Even if the snowplow drivers called in sick, it can affect if the road opens, because they don't have a lot of drivers for their snowplows. They have their own snowplows in the national park at Mount Rainier. Well, hopefully it's not foggy at the top. Hopefully we can see a little bit. It's down to 37. One thing I noticed on the truck is the camera actually bounces around a lot less from the bumps than the car or the RV, because the suspension and the tires are that much better. B&J sandwiches today. I wasn't going to because I just didn't feel like it. But when I went back home to wait, I did. So I'm actually hungry now. So I'm really glad I did. Because otherwise, I would just say, ugh. I was just going to eat granola and the chocolate-covered coconut chips things. I'm trying to not eat a lot when I do this to help lose weight. That's the problem with staying at home. You're sitting around food. Eat whenever you want to. Looks a little icy here. 36 degrees. Oh, there's their snow clearing equipment. Like we'll get to test the four-wheel drive finally today. It might have been 2 years since we came here. We hiked a really fun trail at the top in the summer and saw some mountain goats, which they have since relocated they used helicopters and took them out of here. They were harassing the hikers too much. So my snowshoeing book we bought actually talks about some snowshoeing trails I didn't even know about that start before you get to the top. And there's pullouts you can park. So we can actually come here 3, 4, 5 times maybe and snowshoe different trails. I was thinking we would come once or twice and be done. So that's kind of nice. I mean, it just gives us more options. So today, I will be able to make 2 videos again. I like it when I can do that. One will be the drive up, and then I'll have one snowshoeing at the top. So far, the road's not bad. I haven't noticed any slippage in the four-wheel drive. I imagine, though, from what I saw, if you had a front-wheel drive car, you probably would want chains. I think there might even be required at some point if you have a front-wheel drive car if you have all-wheel drive or four-wheel drive, you are fine without chains, it said. This is one of the main reasons though I really wanted a truck. Just to be able to feel comfortable doing things like this and not be scared, you know, of getting stuck or crashing. I wish we would have got a Jeep 10 years ago, or what, 8 years ago, instead of the Honda we bought instead. We could have seen a lot of desert those years before we came up here, but it's all right. Wow, it is a winter wonderland. They do a really good job clearing this road, I will say. So it's closed Monday to Thursday. So I don't know if they clear it every day it snows when it's closed, or if they wait until Thursday, Friday to do it. I would think they would do it every day just to make it easier, but I don't really know. It'd be kind of a fun job to say you cleared the snow on this road all winter. I wonder if this is one of the parking lots for a snowshoe trail. I'm not sure there'll be any signs, so I will definitely have to look at the book instructions if we ever try them. Yeah, so far this four-wheel drive is awesome. I mean, it's not slipping or peeling out at all. Perfect traction so far. And we are down to 32 degrees. I think it's going to be in the 20s at the top. Remember if there's any cell phone coverage at the top or not, but I will let you know in case you're wondering. At the moment, the car's Wi-Fi has no cell phone coverage, so I imagine our phone is probably similar. Wow, it definitely feels narrow here. So we actually thought about coming up here last weekend, but they had high wind and it was raining, I think, too, and that would have been miserable, because when it's high wind up here, you're talking 30-40 miles an hour. Like, it's pretty exposed, I guess, hence the name Hurricane Ridge. So I'm glad we that's the weekend we went to Crystal Mountain instead. If you're in a car here, I think you would have all kinds of slippage without chains. It would not be fun. I know the car we traded in, those tires, I mean, they work in rain, and that's about it. There's not much tread pattern on them. I mean, they would spin out on a hill when it was dry sometimes. Oh, I bet this is one of the spots. There's a bunch of cars there. Yeah, this is where you park, and then you have to walk a little bit to get to the trail. Not exactly sure where they're walking to, though. I wouldn't want to. Oh, they're cross-country skiing right there. Wow, that's the trail, I think. So you gotta get here early to get one of those spots. Definitely have to leave our house at like 7 a.m. Got a little mist, unfortunately. I think we got about a mile and a half left. We'll be at the top. So straight ahead, one of the hikes, you're along that ridge, slightly to the left, probably like 10 o'clock on the video. I think there's another parking area up here, actually. And there's a trail that goes straight up, and in the snowshoe book it says you can actually snowshoe it in the winter, but I don't really like snowshoeing when you go straight up. I like the more gradual trails. Yeah, hopefully one of these days I will go out to Mount Rainier when it's snowing during the day and get some video. That would be really neat. Today though, they've just had too much snow in the past week. I didn't want to risk it, and I really wanted to come out here, make sure I get out here at least once this winter. It actually takes a lot longer, well, not a lot, half hour longer to get up to the top here than it does to Mount Rainier from our house. So yeah, that parking lot where those trucks were, that's another place you could stop and snowshoe. Wow, the snow is deep in here. So it's really neat. I can see the transmission fluid temperature, and it's 152 degrees since we're going so slow up the hill. When I was on the highway, it was in the 120s. I think anything below 180, 190 is normal. But, oh wow, we are down to 28 degrees. And we are almost at the top, I think. Oh, this is neat. I hope the video turns out. Wow, we are out of the fog. This is going to be incredible. So here's the parking lot. There's a few people up here. It's not too bad though. So the little ski area they have up here is closed today. I wonder if it's only open on Saturday and Sunday. Yeah, there's plenty of parking up here. This is really amazing. Wow. So I think I'm gonna park, go to the bathroom, then come back out and get dressed and find a good spot.